Hello everybody and welcome to our class about the Nadis or conductors of energy, channels of energy. We are using for this class and for all the classes of the course, the book of Prabhuji, Kundalini Yoga, the power is in you. This is the material that we are taking, all the information that we're sharing with you today, and as I said, in all the classes of this course. So today we have the opportunity to share and deepen more into this topic about what we call nadis or conductors of energy. This is the translation, like what this word means. And for the ones that saw our previous class, in our previous class we spoke about this energy, like if we ever wonder about this energy that is the sustainer, the support of all the actions and processes that are happening in the universe, like the movement of the planets and all these changes in the nature, and this is at a macrocosmical level. But even when we ask ourselves, what about all these processes that are happening in my body? Like if we just sit to think about the breathing, like it's happening by itself, it's automatic, it's something that I'm not controlling in this specific moment, because as we heard and we will see also in our next classes, we're going to speak about pranayama, that is the control of the breathing. But normally in our daily life, we're not thinking about inhaling and exhaling, like it's happening while I'm speaking and sharing these words with you. So this is only the breathing. And then if we think about the metabolism, if we think about the function of the nervous system or the circulatory system, like there are so many processes at this microcosmical level happening in my body that I have no control of. So what is this energy that is controlling, or this power that is controlling all these processes? And in the previous class we saw that it's by the power of prana, vital energy, life force. This is the energy, the power that is controlling everything that happens at a macrocosmical level and in a microcosmical level. So we saw that we are alive and life exists by the power of prana. And this prana, when we are speaking about how it's circulating, how it's flowing in our body, is not flowing in a disorganized way. On the contrary, there is a very sophisticated system where this prana is flowing in our body. We remember that the prana is located in the sheet of the pranamaya kosha, the sheet of the vital energy that is in the astral body. So we have the physical body, then we have the astral body, and in this astral body we have the sheet of the vital energy. And we explain that here we have the nadis. This is the topic of our talk today, of our class. And we also have prana, like it's composed by prana and the nadis, that are these conductors that are around all our body. And this is where this energy is flowing. So we have, depending on which scripture, we have different numbers of the amount of how many nadis we have. But if we are taking it from the tantras, then we have approximately 72,000 nadis. So we can start having an idea of how many nadis we have and how sophisticated this system is if we have so many. So you can see now in the pictures that we have different nadis in our body, different nadis in the face. We have different nadis in the feet, in our feet, and also in the hands. This is just to start visualizing and having a better picture about the nadis and how they are located around our body. We will also see that today in this class we're going to see more images in order to help us to understand better this concept of the nadis and how they are located and distributed around our body. As I said, we have 72,000 and we are going to be speaking about the 10 main nadis. This is the class of the day. So I can mention them now and then we're going to be defining each. We have the Shushumna Nadi, then we have the Ida Nadi, we have the Pingala Nadi, and we're going to continue with Gandhari Nadi. Then we have the Astijiva Nadi, the Pusa and the Jasasvini Nadi, the Alambusa Nadi, the Kuhu Nadi, and the Sankini Nadi. These are the 10 nadis that we're going to be speaking about today. And in the book we have many other nadis that Prabhuji is mentioning. So we know other nadis that we have in our face, we have in our shoulders, in our back. So he's providing us a list of all these principal nadis in these parts of the body. So we can start by speaking about the location of these nadis, or no? Let's begin first by explaining what the word nadi means. The word nadi comes from the root nad, that means to move. So it's obviously defining, the word is defining by itself what is this. Like the nadis are the channels where the prana is flowing, where the prana is moving. And we are going to have different types of nadis. We're going to have the nadis where the mental energy, the manas, shakti is going to flow. And we have the ones where the prana shakti, the vital energy is flowing. So we have prana vaha nadis and we have the manas vaha nadis. So depending on which energy, then the mental energy will go through the Manavaha Nadis and the vital energy will go through the Prana Vaha Nadis. These are the two types of Nadis. And the Nadis itself has a very specific structure. It's like a tubular form, a circular form, and it has different layers. The outside layer, the exterior layer, the name is Nadi, and then we have the one in the center that is Damani, and the interior one will be Shira. This is like the structure of the Nadi with different layers. So we will see, as I said, that we will have these two types of Nadis where the mental energy and also the vital energy will be flowing through them. Where these nadis are coming from, what is the origin or the location from where these nadis are coming? And this location is the Kanda and the Medra. Kanda is a word that means root. So it's specifying that this is the origin of the nadis, and it's located near the first center, near the Muladhara, in what it's called the Granti Sthana. Granti, remember that we mentioned in our first class, the meaning of this word is knot, and Sthana is base. So it's in this area of the first center where the Muladhara chakra is. So this Kanda has the shape of an egg and it has membranes around, and this will be the location or the origin where all the nadis are coming from. Also the Medra has also the shape of an egg, and it's between the first center and the third center, and we can see here in this image that it's also located in the Granti Sthana. So we will see that they are basically located in the same place, and it's curious because how can they be in the same place? But we need to remember that we're speaking about the astral body, not the physical body. So it's possible, of course, that they can be in the same place in this Granti Sthana. Okay, so I want to continue by reading this verse of the Yoga Chudamani Upanishad. Remember that we spoke already what are the Upanishads, where they are mentioning these 10 main or 10 principal nadis, and they are giving us the exact location of each, and then we're going to mention all of them, and we're going to get to know more what are these nadis doing and how they are relevant in the process of the awakening of the Kundalini and the path itself of the Kundalini Yoga. Yogis should always be aware of this great Nadi complex. Ida is on the left side and Pingala on the right. Shushumna is in the middle. Gandhari goes to the left eye and Astijiva to the right eye. Pusa goes to the right ear and Jasasvini to the left ear. Alambusa goes to the face. Kuhu goes to the genitals and Sankini to the perineum. Yoga Chudamani Upanishad 18 to 20. Okay, so we see in this paragraph we are having a better picture or where these nadis are located, and we are going to start speaking about the Shushumna Nadi. The Shushumna Nadi, as we already heard, it's in the middle. So if we want to see in the physical body where it will be located, it will be located in the spine, through the spine. So remember that we spoke about the first center, that is the Muladhara chakra in this area. We can see it in the picture. And then going up towards our crown, we have the Sahasrara chakra, the 7th center. So this is where the Shushumna Nadi is located. This Nadi is, we can say, the most important because this is where the Kundalini Shakti is going to ascend. It's through this Nadi. This Nadi has also three other Nadis inside. So we will have in the outside part the Shushumna Nadi. Then we have the Vajra Nadi. Within that is the Chitra Nadi or the Chitrini Nadi. And then in the center is the Brahma Nadi, through which the Kundalini Shakti ascend, as I just mentioned, towards the 7th chakra. So we will see that the most important of these three is the Brahma Nadi, because this is actually where the Kundalini Shakti is going to ascend. And we see that this Nadi, what's happening is when the Ida and the Pingala are in balance, this Nadi is going to open. We will see in our next classes where we're going to be speaking about the practice of the Kundalini. We will see how we are trying to accumulate prana and balancing these other two Nadis in order to open and awaken the Shushumna Nadi. So when we awaken the Kundalini, this one can rise through it. And I remember also that I share about respecting the order of the stages of the practice of the Kundalini Yoga, because obviously first we need to awaken the passage, the channel where this energy needs to rise from, in order that there will not be any blockages or we can create an obstruction that can stop us for years. So first we need to open this passage, this channel where the Kundalini needs to rise, and then we can actually awaken the Kundalini so it can rise through a clear passage. So we can continue speaking about the Ida and the Pingala Nadi. The Ida is located at the left of the Shushumna Nadi, and the Pingala is in the right. But we will see in the image that we're showing now, and now you can see also that they are intersecting, they are coming together in the other 6 centers. They are rising from the Muladhara chakra, and then they join in each other center in this spiral movement. So we will see that the Ida is going to finalize in the left nostril and the Pingala in the right nostril. Let's speak more about these two nadis. As I said, these are the three principal ones, the Sushumna, the Ida, and the Pingala. So starting with the Ida, we know that the right hemisphere of the brain is controlling the left part of our body. So the Ida, that is in the left nostril, is going to be associated with the right hemisphere of the brain and the activities that are performed by this side of the brain. So here we have the creativity, the imagination, the communication that is not verbal. We have here more the feelings and the emotions. So these type of activities are going to be associated with the Ida. And then we have the left hemisphere of the brain that is more rational. It's more for numbers. Like we find here more people that are more inclined to like math, to think, and the verbal communication. We will have it more in this hemisphere of the brain, the left one. So the Pingala, that it's in the right nostril, is going to be more associated with this type of activities. We will see, we can also associate them with the different nervous system. We have the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So the sympathetic will be associated with the Pingala. Here we have energy, we have action, we have more like a stress and movement. So this will be associated with the Pingala, with the right nostril. And then with the Ida, we have the parasympathetic, that is more relaxing, calming down. It's more associated with the digestion and the metabolism. And as I said, like one, it's going to inspire us. From the Ida, we receive this inspiration. And then in order to execute these things, this activity that we want to perform, we will need the Pingala. So we see that the activity in these hemispheres of the brain are going to oscillate in between 90 minutes to 180 minutes in the human being. So we will see in the same way that we have these oscillations in the hemisphere, then one of the nostrils is going to be more, the breathing is going to flow more in one of them. One of them is going to be more dominant. So for example, when we awake, that we have this rush of energy, we just woke up. So we will see that when we have, when the Pingala is predominant, this is the one that is prevailing. When I just mentioned, when you awaken, then this nostril, the right one, it's going to be more clear. And then when we are more relaxed, for example, when we are close to our time to sleep, then we will see that the left nostril is more clear because it will be connected with the Ida Nadi, with this relaxation, with more less activity. So we will see how these two hemispheres, these two nadis are complementary. Like one is going to be more connected with energy, with stress, with movement, and the other one will be more calming down. Like the Ida is associated with lowering the temperature of our body, and it's also regulating our blood pressure. So one is going to make it low, one is going to make it high. So it helps us to understand the activities and the function of these nadis in order to know which activities we want to perform during the day. But obviously, what we're speaking about here is about the practice of the Kundalini Yoga. So what we're doing is that we're trying to balance and to restore the balance between these two nadis and specifically the nostrils. So we will see in our classes of pranayama, in our classes where we're explaining the sadhana of the Kundalini Yoga, we will see how we're trying to balance the flow and to clear both nostrils. Like it is said that when both nostrils are clear, then there is an opening of the Sushumna Nadi. And when we manage to reach this balance between both of them and the Sushumna Nadi opens, we can tell, for example, in certain meditations that we have, we feel this power of the focus and the concentration. It's because the Sushumna Nadi is open and we were able to restore this balance between both of them. So it's not always that one of them is going to prevail. We're going to have these moments, these opportunities where there is balance in between, and we feel this focus and this strength to do things and to be directed to certain activities. So we are going to continue mentioning the rest of the nadis, and I'm showing this picture now so you can have a better idea of where are these nadis located. The Gandhari Nadi is controlled by the Pingala, and it flows on the left side of the Ida Nadi. It's going to go to the left eye. The Astijiva will go to the right eye. This one is under the control of the Sushumna, and it provides vital energy to the nerves that are surrounding the eyes, and it's going to go to the big toe. We have the Pusa and the Yasasvini Nadi. The Pusa flows behind the Pingala toward the right eye, and the Yasasvini Nadi flows alongside the Pingala between the Pusa and the Sarasvati. The Yasasvini Nadi controls the flow of the information of the left ear, and the Pusa Nadi will be the right ear. The information that is perceived by the ears is processed by the brain under the control of the Sushumna Nadi. So let's continue with the Arambusa Nadi. As you can see in the picture, this one flows from the anus and it's terminating in the mouth, and it's going to be related with the sense of taste. Then we have the Kuhu Nadi that is controlled by the Ida. This one flows alongside with the Sushumna Nadi to the nose. It's located near the sexual organs and it's going to be involved with activating them. Last but not least, we have the Sankini Nadi that is found between the Gandhari and the Sarasvati, and this one flows to the side and behind the Ida Nadi, and it's connecting with the Muladhara chakra. It is located near the kidneys and it affects the renal functions and the urine. Another important nadis that I just mentioned, for example, the Sarasvati Nadi, this one is going to flow also to the side of the Sushumna Nadi and it's going to end in the mouth. We have the Pajasvini Nadi. We also have the Varuni Nadi, the Surya Nadi, we have the Visbodhara Nadi, and we have many other important facial nadis. And as I said, we just mentioned these 10 that are the main ones, the principal ones, but in the book you can see that Prabhuji is enumerating also the facial nadis, the one on the shoulders, the one on our feet, and the ones also in our hand. And he's also recommending different books in order to deepening and to understand, if you want to understand even more this sophisticated system of the nadis, then you can consult with different books like the Jala Darshana Upanishad, the one that we just mentioned, that it was the Yoga Chudamani Upanishad, also the Yoga Sikha Upanishad, and other Upanishads that are offering many explanations about the nadis. We see that the Vedic sages, the rishis, they already knew that what we are trying to reach is a balance in this sophisticated system, in this flowing and this circulation of the nadis. So disease will be equivalent as an obstruction or something that is not balanced in the flowing of the circulation. So Prabhuji is mentioning in the book how with the Hatha Yoga, one of the many benefits of the practice of the Hatha Yoga will be reestablishing this order, this flow of the energy that we have in our body. So remember that we were speaking about a specific sheath in this Pranamaya Kosha. We want, with the exercises of pranayama, with the relaxation, with the different asanas in the Hatha Yoga, what we're trying to do is to find this balance and this expansion of the prana. Remembering that with this expansion of the prana, we are trying to awaken the Kundalini. So this is what we're trying to do with the different practices in the Kundalini Yoga. Okay, so this is everything for today. I hope it helps to have a better understanding. Like we had all our classes what we were speaking about, the different sheets of our body, the prana, this vital energy, and now we were speaking about where this prana flows. So we're having little by little a better understanding of what we're speaking about and what we're dealing with in this path of the Kundalini Yoga. This is everything for today. We are going to have in our next class, we're going to deepen in the term of the Shakti and what is the difference between Prana Shakti and Kundalini Shakti. We'll see that we're speaking about different planes, and this is why they are called different depending on which plane they are located. And we're going to continue getting to know and understanding more about this path of the Kundalini Yoga. Thank you so much to all of you for the time that you are investing to see this lecture. And thank you so much, as always, to my guru, Prabhuji, for the opportunity that has given me to share with you about this ancient path of the Kundalini Yoga. Jai Prabhuji.